This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. Able to slither by. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Come on, set.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in, because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And once more, Howell back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now they go play action with Howell. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Here's White. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Rachaad White. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Myles Garrett, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense. Because
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Rashad White with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, that they hope to get back into this game.
21-0 our score after 1. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Powell. He's got Smith here. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get to Wilson hit? It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the 1st half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Ready.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
80 weapon. Cut up.
Kamara trying again. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Down.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch. He hit the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action. It's Howell. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. One last shot before the break. Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A run to begin the 2nd half with White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Howell. He completes it right side to White. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad White, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Jets just continue to roll. Now the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jets have widened the gap now to 50 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now throwing on 1st down here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Trey McBride from 13 yards out. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On third down, Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth. There's Wilson to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Ready.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And now here is another interception. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A little juke, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Set. General, pass. Ready.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Now Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
He's at the 40, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. Left side to Lamb.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's good for Washington. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Wilson. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
To Alvin Kamara. Out of bounds just past midfield.
Ready, ready.
On third down, here's Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He finds his man complete. That's Patrick.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
It's fourth down.
On the ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on third down, Wilson.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They run it again with Kamara. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.